Welcome to the British International School Phuket virtual graduation ceremony for 2020.
Welcome to the BISP High School Graduation and Year 13 Award Ceremony for 2020. My name is Jason Perkins and I am the International Baccalaureate Diploma Coordinator for BISP and your Master of Ceremony for today. Class of 2020, you are an incredible group. Graduation ceremonies are always a time to celebrate with family, friends, and to feel the gratitude of other special people in your life who made a positive difference in your experience. In a normal year, at the end of your IB and high school examinations, we would gather here in the auditorium, hear some speeches, hear your name being called, and your families and friends in the school community would get the opportunity to celebrate the end of your incredible journey. But the last few months have shown us that this is not a typical year. Life has drastically changed, and it changed quickly. But Year 13, you have our respect and admiration for handling how the COVID-19 pandemic affected your journey. Our celebration today is different in nature and format than in previous years, but I'm sure it will be just as memorable as it is unique. I hope that you enjoy it. I will begin proceedings today by inviting our secondary principal, Mr. Simon Meredith, to present his opening address.
Good afternoon and welcome to the British International School Phuket Year 13 graduation ceremony. The final term of 2020 was not what anybody expected, and while the graduating class did not have the opportunity to sit for their examinations, they will still receive recognition for their work in the last 2 years and in high school. To the class of 2020, we congratulate you all and thank you for your many and varied contributions to the school. We look forward to hearing of your future venture and successes. Of our graduating class, nearly 20% have been here for more than 10 years, and 7 students from our cohort came to BISP when they were nearly 18 months old. This group of students represents 23 different countries, including Australia, France, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Korea, Philippines, Russia, Singapore, Sweden, Switzerland, Thailand, UK, USA, New Zealand, Kenya, Canada, Germany, Brazil, Ireland, Norway, South Africa, and Malaysia. With their preferred choice of university, they'll move to just as many different countries around the world. 40 males and 29 females have shared experiences which will forever be an important part of their lives. Year 13, you have persevered, been challenged, completed your IB studies, albeit earlier than expected, and set your goals, and we, the BISP community, celebrate today with you. congratulations, and please do enjoy the virtual ceremony today. I would like to introduce our guest speaker today, although he needs no introduction as you know him well. With more than 40 years of experience in international education as a leader, a workshop presenter, a recruiter, and published writer. It is always a pleasure to listen to his words of wisdom and life experiences. Mr. Neil Richards.
Well, this is a first and probably a last for me, because I too am graduating this year, and I'm hopeful that the next stage of my life will prove to be just as exciting and productive as yours promises to be. Of course, it may not surprise you to know that I never dreamt of becoming a teacher, and I can't think of anybody ever who would dream of becoming a headmaster. But I've had a life of tremendous privilege as a result. You have no idea what life will do to you, so above all, you'll need to be able to change and adapt as life and circumstances around you change. So as I too face a major challenge in my life, what advice would I like to share with you, my final year group of students? First and foremost, live life in the present. The present moment is the only reality that you cannot avoid at any point in your life. So how can you make the best of it? Make the best of this moment? Well, don't live in the past. Learn from it, but don't fill your present with regrets or with things that might have been. Just like time itself, you must always move on. Dream if you must, but life rarely, if ever, goes according to plan. And thank goodness for that. What a dull life that would be. You have little idea what life will bring, so always remain open to ideas and opportunities and be prepared to adapt. You can reinvent yourself, and you will discover that you will have to reinvent yourself as you journey through life. Secondly, you must decide how you should live in the moment. It is a choice. It is your choice, and it is perhaps the only choice that is totally yours. What sort of person are you? What sort of person do you want to be? What are the moral principles by which you will live? It will determine who you are at every step you take throughout your lives, and will form the basis of all your future relationships. Take a moment to consider that if you had a child, how would you wish your child to be? One day you may be required to model those exact moral principles to a unique human being who is totally dependent upon you. The good news, of course, is that fundamental moral principles are few in number. The bad news is that they are extremely demanding and unforgiving. But they remain a choice. Choose wisely. Your life and the lives of others depend upon it. My third observation is that you'll be spending a lot of time with yourself. In fact, all of your time. So make sure that you are the sort of person with whom you would like to spend time. Be the sort of person that you would like, you would admire, you could rely upon. Finally, you'll also spend much of your life with others. Treat them as you would wish to be treated by them. If you can do this, you will find that you receive as much as you give to others, and life will provide you with endless positive moments and opportunities, perhaps even better and more of them than you could ever have dreamt. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you, and my best wishes to you all.
Thank you, Mr. Richards, for those inspirational words. Next, the students would like to share with you some of their favourite memories from their time in BISP. They've put the following video montage together for you all. Now, at the heart of the IB Diploma programme, there are three core components: creativity, activity service, theory of knowledge, and the extended essay. Today, we wish to recognise students who have made some exceptional achievements in these components.
Congratulations, graduates of 2020. Through the IB CAS program, this cohort has done some amazing things, and I feel very honored to have been part of your journey. All of you deserve to feel proud of your CAS achievements. It was difficult to choose just one student for the CAS Award. The student who has earned this year's CAS Award has participated in a variety of activities within the school and in the local community with integrity, humility, compassion, and deep reflection. And it is for these reasons that I would like to congratulate Ms. Tara Bancroft.
So, welcome virtual guests and history-making graduands. Congratulations on completing Year 13, and I'm here to present the TOK Award for 2020. This award is given for critical thinking and expression, and this year will be awarded to Jun Seo Park. So very many congratulations and very best wishes for the future.
This year's Extended Essay Award goes to a student who, in her supervisor's words, was an absolute knockout, met all deadlines, worked so hard on her EE, and ultimately created a piece of writing that was an absolute joy to read. A very mature and dedicated approach. She was the model student. Without further ado, the Extended Essay Award for the class of 2020 goes to India Wilson. Congratulations, India. Good job well done.
Edinburgh's International Award is the world's leading youth achievement award, bringing together practical experiences and life skills to equip young people for life. The ISP is proud to offer the award to young people in year 10 to 13. The longest and most rigorous level is the Gold Award. Students are required to take on a physical recreation, a skill, a service, along with complete an adventurous journey and a residential project. This takes an extreme level of dedication and focus to add on top of their studies. It is my honor to present the most recent recipients of the Gold Award from the class of 2020, India Wilson and James Marshall. This is an open-ended undertaking, and there are a few students who are very close to finishing. I would like to congratulate them ahead of time.
Following this, Mr. Meredith will then introduce the Valedictorian Awards for 2020.
The Valedictorian is the student with the highest total points from grades awarded at the end of Year 13 BISP, and hence the top-ranking student. This year we have 2 students who will receive this award and have achieved exceptional marks across the board. The first student entered BISP in 2005 in Little Ducks. Her report noted, "She is a happy and confident girl who enjoys being with her friends. She is happy to play with them and is happy to share her toys." Across primary school, the words mature, responsible, and hard-working were commonplace, and she was consistently recognised for her excellent organisation and academic ability. All the while, she was involved in activities including swimming, cross-country, and athletics, to name a few. Secondary school was a time of excellent results, with her name being placed on the honour board over a number of years. Reports mentioned an organised and self-disciplined young lady with a positive attitude and always looking for new challenges. At the same time, there was involvement in football, triathlon, MUN, swimming, tennis, Be Inspired magazine, basketball, and the Engage group. Early entry IGCSE examinations started in 2016, and by the end of Year 11, she had a collection of 9 A stars, 1 A, and 2 Bs. The IBDP is a challenge for all students, but this lady thrived and remained focused. Congratulations to this year's valedictorian, Christina Jansen. The second student entered BISP in 2018 in Year 12. It was noted in her entrance interviews that she was very able and always carefully considered answers and gave logical, coherent, and well-structured responses. The start of Year 12 was impressive, and teachers noted her dependability, strong organisation, impeccable manners, well-balanced approach to life, positive attitude, and the fact that she was always prepared to help others and listen. In addition, she became involved in football, literacy magazines, and the wellbeing teams. A new addition to the school, and yet it was quickly recognised by students and teachers that she was a leader. Being appointed as one of the head students with such little time to show everyone her traits and abilities is testament to the character of this young lady. A Dr. Artit World Scholarship recipient and our valedictorian for 2020, congratulations, Pearl Hong.
Congratulations, Pearl and Christina, on your well-deserved awards. And next, to share with you their leaver speech, I would like to present two very important student leaders in our school community, our outgoing head students, Pearl Hong and Nigel Chan.
To everyone tuning in today, our headmaster, principals, teachers, and fellow students, good afternoon. What a journey it has been, from the moment we first sat in a conference room in front of Mr. Perkins and his slideshow detailing all the different ways we had just doomed ourselves to the next 2 years, all the way to Tuesday, 16th of March, the day we never expected to be our last. It's certainly been a roller coaster ride. Before all else, I believe some thanks are in order. Thank you first and foremost to our teachers, whose unending support and our boundless compassion for your students make the biggest difference to us. Fun fact, teachers have arguably one of the most difficult professions in the world, but IB teachers are on a whole different level. They inspire hope in IB students while teaching us more information than our brains could possibly handle. Not the easiest task by far, but you do it so smoothly. Besides, one of the most amazing things about teachers is that the impact you've had on us these past 2 years will continue to have a ripple effect throughout our entire lives, and no amount of thanks would be enough. To all our parents, the words thank you pale in comparison to what you truly deserve. For all that you have done, for all that you continue to do for us, regardless of whether we know about it or not, know that we are more grateful than we can express in words. Parents do not receive nearly as much appreciation as they are due, so from the bottom of all of our hearts, thank you. You were all teachers before we went to school, before we could walk or even talk, and your guidance and your wisdom will continue to mean the world to us. Finally, to the class of 2020, my friends, I address you today as someone whose life has been irrevocably and profoundly changed, simply for being a part of this extraordinary group. Your collective ability to forge iron bonds amongst yourself and rise above the challenges of this wholly unorthodox year stands as a bold testament to all that is unique about you. Besides the fact that we have an amazingly diverse range of talents everywhere, we have musicians, athletes, software developers, scientists, economists, anything and everything that you could possibly think of. This batch has blazed through every hurdle thrown at them. You have surpassed expectations, defied naysayers, and firmly carved the name of your own, a legacy of sorts. And it is with this same vigor that I am confident in saying that this batch of graduates will go on to trailblaze their path in this world before us, a sentiment which rings especially prominent today, considering how radically different we will find this world to be as we emerge into this new era. Of course, this speech would be incomplete without according due credit to the fact that we got through IB. It goes without saying that it's no easy facts and no easy feat to come out of the program still mostly sane, and we know that better than anyone else. Every drop of blood, sweat, and tear, every endless night spent slaving away on our EE or IAs, practically every night in term 1 of year 13, it turned out to be worth it. Just look where we are now. Now, it would be terribly cliche of me to bring in the much too overused, today marks the end of an era, but the dawn of a new one. However, never more than ever has this rang so true. Never has the future seemed so open, so uncertain. We stand on the precipice of a turning point, just waiting for the right moment to take that leap. But if this year has taught us anything, is that there is no right moment. There is no sense of readiness that you need. Time waits for no one, and we IB students are very well aware of that. So in the famous words of Shia LaBeouf and Nike, just do it. Now, what would be even more cliche for me to do would be to leave you with a quote. Something real cheesy, something overused, and God forbid it be in Latin. Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Remember Mr. Perkins' slideshow? In it was a picture of a staircase, climbing towards the stars. Well, I doubt any of us could have comprehended it back then, on that very first day of school, 642 days ago. In retrospect, that seems to perfectly encapsulate our journey these past few years. You know, maybe life is like that. Perhaps we only ever seem to be trying to reach a place that we can't really see. But there's only one way to find out. Per aspera ad astra. That's my Latin quote, by the way. It means through hardships to the stars. So to my fellow seniors, thank you for everything. I wish you only the very best as we look forward to the future. And finally, to the class of 2020, congratulations.
In the last 2 years, I've learned that the second wave of feminism took place between 1966 and 1979. The product rule finds the rate of change by multiplying two derivatives, and the change in the price of a complement or a substitute causes a shift in the demand curve. But while our lessons have ceased to be and impending deadlines long past, I find that BISP's final piece of knowledge is only beginning to be imparted to us. The dichotomy that rests between our world and the idea of a preordained destiny, of fate. Because if there's anything that we learned in these past few months, it is that nothing is foreseeable. And as unexpected as their ending, I find that there is beauty in the forced realization that in the face of such circumstances, hopes and dreams are worth nothing if not realized. Graduates, Today we stand here at the edge between everything we know and everything that is yet to come. Behind us rest 13 years of morning bells, signaling the overlap of one school day into another and the emotional turbulence that we've experienced between each one. Ahead of us then is a blank slate, symbolic of all our unbound potential in its full grandeur. New experiences to be had, new relationships to be made, and new dreams to be realized. Both these things are at the forefront of our minds today as we thank those not only joining us today, but both literally and figuratively in the most memorable portion of our lives. Teachers for inspiring and empowering us through the power of education and email correspondences. Parents for supporting us throughout the highs and lows of adolescence. And of course, ourselves for reaching yet another milestone in our lives. Yet, while we celebrate the past and look longingly at our futures, let us not fixate on either, for the future is only the present to come, and the past is the present gone by. Much too often, forgetting to look around us only renders us powerless against both slipping through our fingers. Because while today's graduation is the start of something unprecedented, so is yesterday, so is tomorrow, and so are the countless days that follow after. Ahead of us is life, and ahead of us are so many more milestones to come. But life is not shaped by milestones, nor is it an accumulation of drastic realizations that transform us. It is the present. It is the choices that we make every single day, starting with right now, that allow us to move forward without a lingering mirage or regret of what could have been. Take a moment to think of all that has happened in your life, all the sleepless nights that you've had, and the doubts that once clouded your mind that has brought you this far. Remember that it is this hard work that has brought about progress. Living in the present also means cherishing what you have today. I'm the first to admit that it is an idealistic concept to expect every single moment to hold joy and triumph. But even the most difficult struggle holds value, and the days that you think will last forever do not. Celebrate all that you have around you and do not let anything, real or imagined, overshadow the experiences that you have. We owe it to ourselves to enjoy every single one of them. Thank you and good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Pearl and Nigel, for your incredible leadership. At this point, we would normally present our high school diplomas. However, today we will recognize each student with the presentation of the high school diplomas at a later date.
In the last week of school, I would dedicate the time to saying my last goodbyes to my friends and spending as much time as I can with them, knowing that they would be my last.
I want to take this opportunity to say goodbye to all of my classmates and wish them best of luck in their future journeys. Also, I want to thank my teachers for all their effort and support throughout those school years.
As an 18-year-old, I don't have much of a life motto, but if I did have to have one, it would be to live every day in the present and make every day count.
I think my biggest challenge was staying on track with my work and staying organized and positive, but you know, I surpassed that. I'm happy now.
What advice I would give my year 7 self? Eat more, because you were very small and you did not look like a year 7, you looked like a year 4.
My favourite memory in school would probably be my first day of school when I first met my best friend Evie and she showed me around.
My dream job is actually to become a chemical engineer, but I actually hope that one day I can hold my own business, like within the area, so specifically like medicinal chemistry or biochemistry related.
Hi, in the future I hope to be able to get into a university in Australia and study both business and visual communication for more career opportunities.
So my advice to my year 7 self would be to respect yourself and celebrate your successes, but also always remember to accept your defeats.
But rewarding thing I've learned these past 2 years is learning how to balance between interests, friends, family with the rigorous but fulfilling IB program.
My favorite memory at BISP was back in primary, where we played football, TVI.
My life motto is go hard and go home.
Dear Year 7 Atu, believe in yourself, dream big, work hard and work smart.
What I'm most grateful for at BIS is the amount of support that the teachers have put in, even outside of school hours, to help me achieve all my goals.
So I've gone from wanting to be an actress on Broadway to someone working in music production, audio engineering or composition, or a stage actress, just because it's a little bit more realistic but still in the realm that I love.
Really miss my classes and the school environment in which I was in, because before I wouldn't even imagine that I would miss them, but now I realize that I was wrong.
I'm grateful for everything. There were the people, the life lessons, the experiences, the teachers, the friends, you know, all that. The boys. Overall, solid few years.
my year 7 self to stop taking yourself so seriously and be kind to everyone. And stop plucking your eyebrows.
The advice I would give to my year 7 self would be to let loose a little, don't overthink it, and most importantly, always remember that you're not alone, and you never have to be.
My favorite memory from BISP was in year 3 or 4 when we were camping on the football pitches, and we had no stress of IB or IG, and we were just there to have fun with our friends and just get to know everyone better.
If I had another week at school, I would just enjoy the time with my friends and just mess about. I definitely wouldn't take it too seriously.
I would miss playing football with my teammates, all the laughter in classes, and high-fiving people up the corridor.
In my gap year, I'm going to go traveling around the world, hopefully to New Zealand, and I'm going to further my ambitions to becoming a professional footballer in Germany.
I'm using my gap year to gain further experience in acting and theater. Additionally, I have plans to work and travel to see a bit of the world.
If I could have been in year 7 right now, my advice for myself would be to choose something I'm interested in, a hobby, sport, or subject, and put maximum effort in it. Thank you. Good luck year 7.
My plans for the future are to go to a US college and get a degree in architecture, but never stop playing football.
In the future, I would like to be a sports doctor for a national team and continue my career in triathlon.
If I had one more week of school, I would be training hard with the triathlon team, and I would be singing in the school choir.
At BISP, I'm most grateful for the support I've gained inside and outside of the class by both my friends, teachers, and coaches.
The well-being session when we played frisbee was a really nice opportunity to see like everyone having fun and enjoying each other's company.
My life's motto is work smarter, not harder.
The
thing I remember the most and I'll miss the most about the ISP will be its welcoming spirit and the community itself.
So my aspirations for the future, in short, is to live a healthy and happy life for me, my family and my friends, as well as be doing something that I enjoy doing and be successful in whatever that is.
The last 2 years have been an emotional roller coaster, and I'm grateful for all my friends and teachers who supported me throughout.
What I've learned throughout my 2 years of IB is effective and efficient ways to self-study and to become more self-reliant.
During my gap year, I will be going to Taiwan to improve my Chinese, do an internship, work, and travel.
So, my life motto is to adopt and implement what is useful and reject whatever I consider useless.
The biggest change I've undergone throughout IB is being able to balance a heavy workload with a healthy lifestyle, which will really benefit me in the future.
What I would miss most about the ISP would be being able to spend time with all the amazing people and being able to see my friends every single day.
The best memories I had were all created with my friends, and I could never choose one and say that that was my favorite because all of those memories are all special in their own kind of way.
I think the biggest challenge for me was trying to manage the workload for multiple different subjects, which included biology and chemistry HL.
To pick a single favorite memory from school would be extremely difficult because there have been so many, but definitely all the trips were super enjoyable. And I would say that last day of school where we didn't really know what was going to happen, but we were all together, it was definitely memorable.
Throughout IB, I've changed to an organized person who makes plans before doing something.
My life motto would be to have fun, as we should be enjoying every step of our journey, and I believe that there can be no happiness if the things that we believe in are different from the things that we do.
If I had one more week of school, I would have said goodbye to many of the teachers one last time, and then I would have done a senior prank to say goodbye.
I think crossing over from year 12 to 13 there was a big change in character, just all aspects of school life and social life.
I would advise to my year 7 self that do not stress about relationships all the time.
My advice to my year 7 self would be just to play less game and work harder.
When I was young, I wanted to have a job related to sports, but now I want to be a businessman, and to be more in depth, I want to be a businessman that is related to logistics and supply chain management.
I apologize for not being too formal, but what I'm gonna miss most in BISP has to be the boys.
My favorite memory at school was definitely boarding, since I got to hang out with my friends literally every day.
I'm very grateful for all my teachers who have helped me through all my struggles in year 13, especially as a student just coming into the midway of the school year.
The biggest challenge that I faced at BISP was chemistry, because it was harder than what I used to do before coming to this school.
I would say the biggest change I've gone through is definitely being more open and confident with meeting new people, as well as knowing what I want to do in the future.
The biggest challenge I faced throughout IB is Maths HL.
My dream job was an artist, but now is writer, maybe. It changed because I have grown up and be more in the real world.
When I was younger, I wanted to become a doctor, and I realized that I didn't want to spend time in the hospital for a long time, so I wanted to do business instead now.
What I would miss in BISP would be the people, the food, the teachers, almost everything.
Hi everybody. As a kid, I always wanted to be a Jedi Master, but now I realize that's a galaxy too far away. But now I want to work with the planet and its environment.
I will now ask one of our head students, Nigel Chan, to symbolically lead the change of the graduation tassel for his peers.
In honor of the class of 2020, I moved this tassel from right to left. With this, you have officially graduated, and this marks the end of our ceremony. Seniors, I wish you the best in everything you do in the future. Congratulations and good luck!
Standing here fills me with such a sense of pride and satisfaction. Despite the ups and downs that we all go through in a period of 2 years of IB education, nothing resonates with me more than seeing our students strive and grow into very happy, fulfilled young adults. However, I do find that this graduation is a special mix of celebration, satisfaction, success, but also a little sadness. Many of you graduating today were some of my first BISP students, and I was really looking forward to seeing you all adorned with your much deserved cap and gowns. But I will take heart that your life as long-suffering high school students is now over. However, I do hope now, or for one fleeting moment over the next few days, you will remember what BISP has given you. This is a special school that values every student and encourages them to all participate and find their strengths. You don't have to be an academic high flyer or sporting prodigy to count. Every talent is nurtured and celebrated in a variety of ways, and we value effort, community spirit, and kindness as much as we do academic success. For that matter, I would like to thank all the teachers of BISP for the contribution to your experience. Of course, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the parents of today's graduates. I wish to truly thank you for entrusting your children to us and for making the decision to send them to BISP. Graduating class of 2020, you are saying goodbye to the IB, to life in high school, and to our amazing BISP community. And as bittersweet as this may sound, I hope you will take away 2 things from your time here. Firstly, many wonderful memories of your life here as a BISP student. And secondly, meaningful lifelong friendships. It is now time for you to go as adults into the world, to participate in it, to help shape it, and to help make it better, even in small ways for both yourself and for the people around you. On behalf of the staff and your fellow students of the school, I wish you every success and happiness, and we look forward to hearing about your many adventures and accomplishments as alumni.